All right, friends, how's it going? Is this thing on? I know there's not going to be a lot of people who are going to watch us, but still, W's in the chat if you can hear me. BDJ, how's it going? Yes, I do have a Discord. Hi. All right. So if my mic's on, let's jump straight into why we are here in the first place. All right, friends. Thanks for jumping back into my channel. And in today's video, we're going to take a look what is going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum after this wonderful pump. We're going to take a look what is going on based on the charts. And my community, we already decided that we're going to do more live streams because I can do those technical analysis pretty quickly and I can, I don't know, address it straight to you. And that would be way more faster than doing those raw videos and editing and all of that stuff. So live streams would be way better. I wanted to engage with you fellas. And yeah, talking about, first of all, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. We can talk about my Discord later. IGDEM, whatever your name is, but yeah. All right, and also thanks Blowfin for sponsoring this video. I'm gonna transfer some of my funds into the Blowfin. No QIC. There's a link down below. Of course, I'm gonna use Blowfin for now. No QIC, none of that. So very friendly platform to trade crypto with. And I'm gonna do a quick tutorial on my YouTube because it seems that I never did, and I want to show you guys how to trade with leverage because, well, a lot of people were asking me. I'm not a fan of doing all of those tutorials, so whatever, let's just go straight to the point. Blowfin. All right, let's just talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. And before I'm gonna start talking, let me just take a look in the chat. Yeah, I miss you too, fellas. All right, talking about my Discord, there's going to be announcements of people that I'm going to add to my Discord, but for now on, all my technical analysis, all of my trading callouts are straight into my, let's just say, on my Telegram channel. All right, so talking about Bitcoin, what do we know? All right, let me just leave it like that. If we're gonna experience some lag, just please let me know. Please let me know. And for those who's gonna miss this live stream, I'm always gonna put that live stream into my live stream section on my YouTube, so we can always watch this later. But to give you a raw, straight into your face live stream, it is a way better. So if you're tracking everything what I'm doing, trying to track every single price action, so live streams are the best ways to, I don't know, to follow every single step. All right, so first things first, I'm going to talk about my predictions on Bitcoin, what I'm expecting, what I did expect, and of course I'm going to talk on Ethereum, two are big boys, what is going on with them, because Ethereum right now looks beautiful, to be honest. Bitcoin's right now trying to get rejected from all of those all-time high territories. That was my main target. So if you took those long buy positions, so congratulations, but of course, nevertheless, secure your gains nonetheless. And yeah, talking about this falling wedge pattern, I've been making all of those videos, those raw videos, I don't know, for the full month. Every single week I was like addressing all of those videos that there is a probability to form us that stupid falling wedge pattern. And eventually, after a clean breakout rally to the upside, we didn't get reject from this 90,000 key level, flipped above it inside this range. And yes, my final target point was at approximately $104,000 because this is where we see a lot of resistance. So it's like pretty simple, fellas, pretty simple. And right now, so what is my price prediction on Bitcoin? Where is my magic highlighter? So I do believe that the Bitcoin needs to cool off a little bit, and I do believe that there is a time for us to see some kind of rejection, because talking about trading, for those, if we're talking about trading, yes, the trade is absolutely done. We need to wait for some kind of retest. We need to wait for some kind of pullback. But for those who want to invest into this industry, to invest in, for example, Ethereum, AVAX, Bitcoin, do the dollar cost average, because we don't know where we can top out and we don't know where the bottom is. So yeah, the trade is completely done, and I'm waiting for some kind of retest. And talking about, I mean, those are the pretty juicy key levels that I need to keep my eyes on. For example, if I'm going to use Fibonacci retracement tool, if I'm going to look for those golden zones, golden zone 0.5, 0.6, 18 is perfectly aligned with this, let's just say, previous key level. So I'm looking forward to see. If you want, you can short it, but I refuse to take a short sell position, because I would rather to wait for some kind of retest and then I'll open my buy long position. Of course, I need to double check how is my trend lines are doing, because on the Bitcoin, I see I need more information to connect all of those dots on the trend lines. But yeah, well, technically, if we're going to see on the lower time frame that we're going to keep rejecting all over and over and over again, and if the music is not allowed, please let me know, fellas. W's in the chat if you're active. All right, so if we're going to see on the lower time frame, we are now on a daily and a 12-hour time frame, because I believe that this is where all of the juices are, as I like to say. So I need to see if we're getting rejected. I need to see some kind of rejection, a small retest, and then movement to the downside. So if we're going to see some kind of rejection, we're going to break on the lower time frame, some kind of market structure. We're going to see a, let's just see, retest at the top. Then yeah, the sell short position could be on the table. But yeah, I'm not a bear. I'm not a bear. Of course, if you want to take those swings, like, be my guest, but I would rather to wait for some kind of pullback and to start opening my buy long position once again. But I want to be very cautious with the Bitcoin. I'm very confident on Ethereum, so just bear with me. I'm going to show you Ethereum charts. So technically, I'm confident with Ethereum right now based on the charts, because Bitcoin right now is like trying to reach those all-time high territories. And yes, remember when this is the thing I like to say, when we are at those all-time high territories, we don't know what's going to happen. You can pinpoint your Fibonacci's, you can start drawing all of your fair value gaps, imbalances, golden zones. Nothing is going to help you. We are right now in space. So yeah, and my mission right now is to jump and start looking into the altcoin ecosystem, those juicy setups where we can take those that buy long position all over again on some other altcoins, because I believe that the money flow is gonna went from the Bitcoin into like Ethereum, AVAX, and majority of it. And finally, thank God, Ethereum right now, based on the price movement, is outperforming Bitcoin. That's what I wanted to see. This is a very good and clean sign that the altcoin season, there's a probability right now that the altcoin season is around the corner. So we'll see. I'm very excited. I'm super excited. So talking about Bitcoin one more time, I do believe that from here we're gonna see some kind of rejection. I could be wrong. When there's a bullish scenario, there is always a bearish scenario. So the bearish scenario to see some kind of pullback. But yeah, if I'm gonna start opening my buy long position, I'm not confident to open my buy long position at those levels. That was the confidence level, 100%. That was the confidence, because I saw a lot of levels, a lot of those golden zones, a lot of those, if you like to call like ICT or Forex terms, those gaps, those demand zones. So yeah, all of that support, that resistance that became our support and the rally to the upside, those are the levels that I keep my eyes on. And right now, I want to see that the Bitcoin is going to try to cool off a little bit. I'm not going to try to long it from here. I'm not some kind of psycho. I'm going to wait for some kind of retracement, and then I'm going to decide, because I see, and I'm trying to connect more dots on those trend lines, because you already know that I like trading trend lines based on, I like to add as an extra sauce, because where's my, like in the white, whatever, this like a spider web. So yeah, some kind of rejection. Everything is perfectly like golden zone, trend line approximately. We need still more information, like 2-3 touch points is not enough for me. So I'm still waiting for some kind of retest, and I want to see if we're going to respect $99,000 approximately. So mark those key levels in your charts and keep an eye. I mean, I would like to wait for some kind of consolidation, for some kind of pullback, and then I'm gonna decide. So, but yeah, Bitcoin 2 trades or the one full is already done for those who had the balls to hold it for the, I don't know, till the end, till my final profit target. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a plenty of YouTube videos right now in my YouTube channel. We can go and check it out how we, let's just see, I hate that word prediction, but this is the way that we predicted everything. Well, I mean, personally, me, I predict all of those demands, those gaps, whatever. So yeah, in general, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful swing. And yes, patterns, trend lines work. And I show you just a nice and beautiful example after breakout. What can we expect? Where we need to find some kind of edge to be in front of everybody and start longing before to see that breakout, because we can experience a clean breakout, but it could be a fake out. So yeah, if we were going to experience some kind of fake out, then we started to long out from the bottom. So we are good because we were still in profits and we were securing our gains all the way to the top. Right, let's jump straight into Ethereum. Ethereum didn't reach my 2.5K target point. Not yet, but we'll see how the Ethereum, because look, Ethereum is like, Bitcoin is reaching all the all-time high territories, all right? While the Ethereum, on the other hand, let me just go straight on the daily time frame. Also, fellas, if we're gonna experience some kind of lag, just let me know. And let me just quickly look what is going on in the chat. On gold and the ETH and the Bitcoin on gold after. Can you give me your thoughts on gold after Ethereum and Bitcoin? Oh, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if there's gonna be time, but yeah. I'll try to do my best. I'm gonna try to do my best. I want to jump back into those live streams and gonna start playing with all of those charts, start trading alongside with you fellas. But yeah, let's just get back to on Ethereum. Ethereum has a lot of room, a lot of like a clean window to the upside. The upside potential is huge. So right now, I'd rather focus on Ethereum than Bitcoin because I have no idea how high Bitcoin could go. For those, even me, we're speculating how high Bitcoin could go. And we don't know. There is like, we can only speculate. There is no charts at the top. There is nothing. And I show you like numerous times charts, of course, on the bigger time frame, charts never lie. Charts never lie. Of course, you can add some fundamental analysis, but still, at the end of the day, for me, charts works the best, and I don't need to mess up my head with all of those fundamental analysis, with all of those news when we're trading on the bigger time frame. So I don't need to do that. For those who are trading forex on the lower time frame, then yeah, you can like check it out what is going on with the upcoming news, what if there's like some kind of red day or not, so to avoid that volatility. But yeah, at the end of the day, my Ethereum target is 4.2. That's wonderful. For me, that would be wonderful. As a matter of fact, as you already know, like the majority of my wealth in the crypto ecosystem is sitting on Ethereum. So 4.2, that would be a juicy level. And yeah, what is the Ethereum's all-time high? I forgot, what, 4.7, 4.8? Comment in the chat if you know. I mean, I can double check it, but I want to stay in this section right now. So yeah, talking on Ethereum, also I'm waiting for some kind of pullback. Also, of course, nonetheless, fellas, secure gains. We don't know where the top is. This is crypto. This is not forex. I'm not gonna give you my exactly target points. We need to take for those nice and juicy swings, and then secure our gains when we are like analyzing that. Look, a potential inverse head and shoulders patterns, rally to the upside. So you get what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, by using also, I'm going to use a Fibonacci tool. But yeah, this golden zone also aligns perfectly with this ascending trend line, because you see the trend line, ascending trend line has more respect on Ethereum than has on the Bitcoin. So I'm going to focus right now on Ethereum because we have more data, or should I say data. So yeah, my expectations right now to see some kind of rejection, consolidation as we saw here, and then retest at the, let's just see, imbalance golden zone. I'm gonna call it imbalance golden zone, whatever. I hate those terms. I like all of the data in front of me, but I hate those terms. I'm very bad at those terms. Break of structure, change of character. Oh my god, trend lines, this and that. But yeah, this is just me, fellas. All right, and my next buy long position would be after we did a phenomenal job on the rally to the upside right here. we can take some of our profits and take our buy long position from here. So this is just an example. I haven't made my decision, but if we're gonna start retesting those levels, this is the type of trade I'm gonna keep my eyes on. It's simple on those big boys. It's pretty simple, and my target point right now is, if you're gonna zoom out on a daily time frame, on let's just say 2-3 day time frame, this ascending, or even on the weekly time frame, if I'm not mistaken, this ascending trend line that represents our previous support is right now our resistance. So approximately 2.8k on Ethereum. Yeah, this is like a very round psychological number. So that would be my let's just say my target point on this like medium short term. But yes, right now I do expect some kind of pullback, maybe some kind of fake out, because every single one of you are looking at the same trend line, a simple one like a retail trader, and then after the shake off, rally to the upside. So that would be a healthy, if we're not gonna experience that god candle to the upside, so that would be, this one would be a very healthy price action in my opinion. So yeah, so that is pretty much it. My Ethereum's target point in the upcoming weeks would be 2.8k, 2,800. So agree with me, disagree with me, comment in the live chat. So let's just, yeah, so that is pretty much it. Once again, let me just back on the Bitcoin. Let me take a look. Let me just take a look on the chat. What is going on? You guys, all right, talking about my Discord once again. There's going to be instructions how to get in my Discord. So please be patient, fellas. And it's going to be a little bit schlock, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So that would be a little bit more different than a premium. So yeah, just stay tuned. I prepare a lot of crazy trading material to use. So that is why I've been off for a while. I was been off for on the social media for like 3 months. I haven't been posting. I didn't post anything. So that was very refreshing. Why don't you use blah blah blah? Why don't you use because? So no, I don't use on the crypto ICT strategy because I'm trading on the bigger time frames, and I don't need to use maybe some of few terms, like if you're gonna call that ICT strategy. So I'm still paying attention at those massive liquidity pools, and if we can call this ICT strategy, and of course supply, demand, and breaking of structure, but I'm not marking those levels down. I can see clearly with my naked eye, and I'm just like trying to show you guys in the most easiest and logical way on my charts. Yeah, this is awesome. So sounds sarcastic. And yes, I also wanted to mention, you fellas, that I'm not gonna double check Bitcoin against Ethereum charts, because this is absolutely ridiculous. Charts are saying that we're gonna fly straight to the moon, as for example on Ethereum, but I don't want to compare those charts. That comparison, every single time, it bites me in the ass. MSD. So yeah, I'm chill, fellas. I'm super chill. I'm extremely chill, fellas. So yeah, so Bitcoin price prediction would be waiting for some kind of pullback. And let's just wait for a more data on our charts, because yeah, after this nice rally, also Ethereum, yeah, my final target point would be, if we're talking about trading, 2.8. And of course, you know that I'm stacking a lot of Ethereum. And a lot of you guys were laughing from me because, oh my god, this guy is just buying Ethereum, he's gonna end up being broke. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna play the Ethereum bull part when a lot of the people are gonna, I don't know, criticize me of buying more and more Ethereum. So yeah, so my 2 price prediction in the medium short term on Ethereum and Bitcoin. And let me just take a look quickly on the chat. What is going on? Yeah. And yeah, so also comment fellas, if you like jump in a live stream than to wait for my raw edited videos. So that would be awesome, because I like to study people. I want to see what the people want. Do you backtest with replay? Without replay? Uh, it depends, bro. I mean, back in the days, yes, I did a replay mode, but right now, for example, if I'm trading and I do love trading trend lines, right? So patterns basically on in crypto, of course, supply and demand. I'm just double checking on the specific asset that I want to trade in the crypto ecosystem if it respects trend lines or not. I'm just double checking, drawing random lines, drawing supply, demand, all of those gaps, how it respects. If there's like a insane of, I mean, if there's like some kind of insane volatility in that specific pair, if we're talking, for example, XRP. So XRP is not well respected with, for example, trend lines. So you double check it, you draw those lines. Oh, there's no respect, so just throwing into the trash. Well, Zam, well, I hope you're right. Also, we have, if talking about buy long positions, we have an open position on that I announced in my whale room on Solana. So we got an open buy long position on Solana. Of course, I took a hit on a few altcoins. I got my stop loss trigger. So yeah, I took a not great, not terrible, but I took a loss. So this is not a secret, but still, look, waiting for the to be more accurate. I'm still waiting for a higher price. And yeah, you're securing your gains alongside with me, but I'm trying to decide if I need to wait on Solana and aim for a higher price, because I don't like to miss those moves when the crypto just starts shredding to the upside with no breaks. So that is why I'm always trying to aim for more and try to secure my gains all the way to the top. I mean, all the way to the upside. Yeah, live streams are great. So thanks, Zam Khan, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So what else do you have? All right, Ethereum, Bitcoin. You know my expectations right now. Once again, Bitcoin waiting for some kind of pullback. Ethereum looks. Let me just double check on the weekly time frame without looking at those. Yeah, let me just delete those. Price. This is the trend line that I'm keeping my eyes on. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man, let's say like 10 touch points. So that is like I would say that is more than enough to say that the trend line works. You see, after clean breakdown to be more accurate, yeah, drawdown. And right now, my expectations right now to retest at some point this ascending trend line that was our support and right now is our ascending resistance. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Of course, I saw that a lot of people are posting on the X that Ethereum is printing an ascending triangle pattern that in my book, it is like ascending FOMO explosive pattern. So I need to double check on that before I'm going to post it. And for those who want to follow every single step, what I'm doing, like publicly, what I'm posting, what I'm trading, all the technical analysis, broadcast, Telegram channel, I pinpoint that link. So always welcome to join. It's absolutely free. There's a plenty of juices inside this broadcast. So yeah, fellas, I want you guys to enjoy Friday, because for those who took those trades, and I do believe that a lot of people took a long positions on every single altcoin. It doesn't matter probably if it's pumping or not, but alongside with their beliefs, they took a buy long position. So secure your gains. For those who are let's just say invested into Ethereum and those altcoins, yeah, take a chill pill, because we're like just getting back where we started to accumulate more, and right now we're getting from this dip, and yeah, so I don't want you guys to celebrate hard, because crypto market is 24/7. We have to be prepared for tomorrow. We will see what tomorrow will bring us, you know. Yeah, so what now? Maybe Chainlink? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe Chainlink, I don't know. Yeah, you think I'm gonna start hunting for every single trading opportunity every single day? I mean, what? No, this is not how it works. So yeah, fellas, that is pretty much it. And enjoy Friday, and I'm gonna see you. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and that would be wonderful if you would join my live streams more often. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Ethereum, Bitcoin, price predictions. So for those who missed this live stream, I mean, yeah, you can always rewatch this. Yeah, peace out.